Hi, this is Mike from thesubstream.com, and this is the November 5th edition of Watch This Instead, the due date edition, the road trip edition, where you and I are going to go together on a brain journey in a talk car. Starting point, what movie should you watch tonight? Destination, what should you watch instead of due date? So why not see Due Date? It's got famous people in it. It's by the guy that made The Hangover. Two reasons. Number one, it's not funny, outside of the handful of jokes that are already in the trailer. And two, more importantly even than the fact that it's not particularly funny, is that the foundation of the film, the foundation of any road trip film, which is the triangle of relationships that's formed between the road trippers, the partners themselves going on a journey, and the destination that they're going to, the heart and soul of any good road film is in Due Date messed up, really. It doesn't quite work. Robert Downey Jr. plays a rage-filled, neurotic, A-type architect. Zach Galifianakis plays a stoner with a perm and a tiny little dog, and they're both going to LA, one to see the birth of his first son, and the other to seek fame and fortune in Hollywood. And the whole relationship, the triangle between the two of them and where they're going, it's not quite right. It's not even close to right, actually. And as a result, the film is full of this weird stress where they're trying to get where they're going, they're trying so hard to get there, but you care so little about how they get there or if they're going to get there because you don't like either of them, that instead of feeling madcap and screwball and zany, and as the film ratchets up the tension, it gets funnier, the opposite happens. It doesn't ratchet up tension, it ratchets up stress because you don't like any of these people, you don't care where they're going, so the film gets more and more stressful to watch as it goes on. It's this huge miscalculation that not only makes the characters not interesting, it makes the film less funny than it already was going to be, which is not particularly funny because there's not that many jokes in the script. The formula here, which is the straight-laced businessman A-type guy who's forced to travel by a series of wacky coincidences with a chubby goofball partner, the formula that worked so brilliantly in a movie like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles just falls apart in Due Date. Instead of liking both of the characters for their flaws, instead of liking them because they're able to see past what they don't like about each other and in fact, in the end, become loyal to each other, instead of that, you end up disliking both of the characters for their flaws and disliking them for the way that they treat each other. Goofy characters are too goofy, bordering on repugnant. Rage-filled A-type characters are too mean, bordering on fascist. It's just, they're completely misdrawn. They don't like each other. You don't believe that they could theoretically even possibly ever like each other, so you don't care about some kind of journey that they go on together. Neither of them are going to learn anything. In the end, when they kind of are forced to maybe reconcile with each other, you don't buy it. You just are kind of glad that the movie's over. So what should you watch instead? Watch David Lynch's The Straight Story. It's based on the true story of Alvin Straight, who at the age of 73 embarked on a 6-week-long, 240-mile drive to visit his estranged brother who had a stroke that he undertook on his 30-year-old John Deere mower tractor that could only drive 5 miles an hour. There's no Lynchian weirdness in this one. It's not Lost Highway. There's no spitting in dogs' faces or goofball, madcap car chases, but it does have one of the best performances on screen, really, of all time by Richard Farnsworth, who plays Alvin Straight, who came kind of out of retirement to be in this film, who acted in it while he had terminal bone cancer going on, and who would then die like the year after the film was released by his own hand. Yeah, he shot himself on his ranch because he had cancer and was hurting too much. The film, most importantly, just has the soul of a road movie. It has the soul of a story that's about what real people can give to and take from and share with the people that they or we meet on our journeys from wherever we're going for whatever reason we're going on them. It's a true film, apart and aside from its fidelity to the true story that it's based on, because it's about characters that seem drawn from real life rather than from the really worn kind of ratty comedy playbook, which is where Due Date kind of came from. So I hope you enjoyed going on this journey with me. I enjoyed going on it with you, and I hope that you watch A Straight Story instead of Due Date tonight or this weekend.